So the Shanghai Gigafactory is progressing further. On the outside it looks completely finished by now, but even on the inside the assembly lines are slowly starting to take shape. In other news, Elon said that Europe will also get its own Gigafactory to be completed already by 2021. Talking of Europe, Tesla has managed to more than triple its car sales in Europe in the first half of 2019 as compared to the same time interval 1 year earlier. And this despite a slowing car market in Europe.
And you know what would be cool? Watching Netflix or YouTube while at the supercharger. Oh wait, this actually will happen, as Elon just recently announced. And we also have some interesting spy shots from the Germans, who are busy testing their upcoming EVs. These news and more after the intro. Do you remember this field from early 2019? A normal field near Shanghai, nothing special going on. And now, a bit more than half a year later, this is a really impressively fast development. And many have actually doubted that Tesla would be able to pull this off so fast. And just recently we got the first interior shots of the quite finished looking assembly lines. The shots are a bit blurry. Mr. Blurry Cam at his best, so to speak. But we can see the quite finished looking assembly lines with lots of manufacturing robots. Unfortunately, we cannot see any details, but we assume that more shots will emerge in the upcoming weeks. The Gigafactory 3 is estimated to produce 150,000 Model 3s per year by late 2020, and production already starts in November this year. But the Gigafactory 3 in Shanghai will get a new brother, a Gigafactory 4 to be built in Europe by 2021, as Elon said in the recent Q2 earnings call.
Now the location where the factory will be built is still to be decided, but apparently Germany is a favorite location, as Elon indicated in a recent tweet. Elon specifically mentioned the French-German border near the Benelux countries, so somewhere in this area here. I will not do a totally uncalled for and childish joke involving Germany's history. No, I won't. No. I mean, we want to have a serious technology-related news channel here, and doing something like this would be totally childish and out of place. No, I have to fight the urge. I can't keep it inside anymore!
Jawohl, Herr General. Wir haben soeben die Nachricht erhalten, dass Tesla die neue Gigafabrik in Deutschland bauen wird.
Okay, this was really the last time, I promise, okay? And speaking of Europe, price question. Which one is the only car maker that is making huge gains in Europe despite a slowing car market? Which one? BMW? Mercedes? Toyota? Peugeot? No, you might have guessed it, Tesla. So the sales figures for the first half of 2019 are available for Europe, and despite a slowing car market where car sales have plummeted by 7.9% as compared to the first half of 2018, Tesla went against this trend and made some huge increases in sales numbers for Europe. And not only some gains, but they managed to triple their sales in the period from January to June 2019, with 44,922 sold cars in Europe compared to only 13,426 in the same period in 2018. And as can be seen in this chart here, the Model 3 is by far the best-selling EV in Europe in the first half of 2019. The second one being the Renault Zoe with only a bit more than half as many sales.
And this despite a slowing car market. But apparently only regular gasoline and especially diesel cars are declining. Electric vehicles, in fact, saw a 98% growth year over year in Europe. This is some great stuff. And we are just riding this beautiful logistics S-curve on the way to 100% market penetration for electric cars. This is exactly how disruptive technologies grow, ladies and gentlemen.
So the last time Jishuan and me were at a supercharger, we were thinking like, why can't we watch YouTube or Netflix? This would be super awesome in the 20-30 minutes while the car is charging. And suddenly Elon comes along and says that this very feature will be released in the next big V10 software update. And this may be as soon as by the end of August. In the US, of course, we Europeans as always have to wait longer. Now, if they would only start working on this Dark Souls 3 update that I was speaking about a few weeks ago. But as far as we know, games with the Unreal Engine and the Unity engine can both run on the Model 3. which is just awesome.
But okay, YouTube and Netflix will do for now. Among the other upgrades, we will have improvements in autopilot behavior on highways, as well as better stop sign and traffic light recognition, and also smart summon. So quite amazing updates are coming for all Teslas. And now more news from the Germans. All major German car manufacturers have at least one EV in their pipeline, and we can already get a glimpse of how they will look with these interesting spy shots. Mercedes is testing their upcoming EQS, their top-of-the-line sedan of their all-electric EQ series of cars. We have to say we really like the design. This could become an elegant-looking EV. We have no words on specs yet, but hopefully this time they will manage to beat the first generation Model S, which already came out 7 years ago. Being on par with the first generation Model S would already be quite a win, because no other car maker has been able to do it yet. Anyway, this is how the finished car will probably look like. A pretty slick design, and we will certainly keep an eye on this.
At the same time, VW is busy testing its upcoming ID.3, which we can see with very little camouflage already in this shot here. It's nice to see that for a change it actually does look quite similar to the concept car version. And there were also some leaked images of the interior, which actually doesn't look so bad. Now, we could get a clearer glimpse of the interior from the sibling of the ID.3, the Seat Elborn, and here we have to say the interior looks quite nice. No, not as nice and minimalistic as the Model 3, but hey, some like it more minimalistic, some like more screens and stuff. Anyways, we'll be at the IAA in Frankfurt on September 12th, when the production version of the ID.3 will be revealed.
And VW is already testing the SUV version of their ID.3, the ID Crozz. It could be seen for the first time with production body, but still under heavy camouflage. But the design already looks remarkably similar to the concept car version, which is very cool indeed.
And BMW of course cannot be missing, so here are some spy shots of its upcoming iNEXT SUV. But we have to say we are a bit disappointed with this one. We can already see what the legacy car makers always love to do, namely show us a super cool and futuristic looking concept car and then a brutally boring production version. And we can already guess that this might be the case with this car here. Show us a cool car which we then actually can buy like this, you know, like Tesla does, for example. Tesla shows us a prototype and the real production version is 99% identical. Okay, that's how it's done. Learn, legacy car makers, learn. But okay, we hope that we get proven wrong and that the production version will look super nice and awesome. Who knows? There's still a bit of hope. But of course we have to wait, because the car will be unveiled only in 2020 with a production start in 2021.
So I'm really excited about this the German Gigafactory.
You mean the Deutsche Gigafabrik?
Yes, and if they really build it here, I will go there and make some amazing spy shots for you.
We can do some drone flights then also, all the time.
Yes, basically.
Yeah. And what do you think about Netflix and YouTube at the supercharger? I mean, that's awesome, right?
Absolutely. I probably won't leave the supercharger anymore for toilet or eating. No.
Let's be honest, you have to go 10 times to the toilet while we are there at the supercharger. And we can watch our own videos, or what? Wow!
We only watch our own videos.
So be sure to subscribe, because we'll keep coming about the newest news about electric cars and also generally about transportation technology.
Such as the Hyperloop or the Boring Company.
Exactly. Auf Wiedersehen, the Deutsche Gigafabrik wird gewinnen. Blitzkrieg.